You're watching Pyro Media Network.
Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope your experience is fruitful. Please feel free to visit our website to find out how you can join our growing family. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. Also, share so others may enjoy as well. And we hope you would consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. All right, let's start the show.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey. You know that song?
No. What you singing? Uncle Ruckus theme song?
I just want to sing this for the people. It's on my heart. I'm just playing. How you doing today?
You know what, Walter? Right now in this moment, I'm good. You know, doing this podcast with you is very is really therapeutic for me. So I could absolutely be having a really hard day, but the minute we come on together and we get an opportunity to just express ourselves, I feel really good.
Express yourself.
Yeah,
I'm in a
so
singing
I
mood
feel
tonight.
good
I
right
don't know
now.
why. I don't know why, but I feel like singing.
It's because you were on time, remember?
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, sometimes I can be timely challenged. I can be timely challenged at times, but it's because I'm black like this and not like this. But but yeah, today I was on time. So now I get to complain about everything. Like it's just like I'm always on time. Like I
everything
can't
late for a whole
right.
7 days.
Right, I can't with people that do one thing right and now all of a sudden they are the authority on all things. Like after I lose 10 pounds, now I'm an expert on health and shit.
Woo! No, I know. I'm late all the time. And I'm to the point now where I don't even ask for grace. I just tell them I will get there when the spirit leads.
When the ancestors approve of my arrival.
Yeah. Whenever I arrive, it is right.
Hey, Sean WBBO.
Mm-hmm.
That's my Monday tongue. All right. My week has been productive, girl. Oh my God, I have been so productive. And I am so excited about where my life is and where it's headed and all of the above. Just, and I even had me a little.
You had a little something?
I had me a little man love a few weeks ago, and it's been lingering. I've been wanting to call him back, but you know.
So you went to Cloud 9 and you slowly working your way down. That's what's happening.
I had me some man love, oh, man love. That's my theme song for man love. Yes, God. Yes. That's what I was giving when I was done. But all right. Back to normal. Okay.
That is your normal. Don't do it. Don't do it. Trying to act like you somebody else. No, no.
No. In public, I tried to hold it together. I tried.
Oh, cupcakes is surprise.
Oh yeah. So this week I've been doing some introspective looking at myself, and I realized I like men. I like to kiss boys, boys, boys. All right, that's enough. I'll leave that song alone.
Walter, I gotta stop
Hey,
sending
my
you girls.
sister's here. Hey, Margaret. I love my sis, my big sis.
I gotta stop sending girls in your inbox because they have to now learn that you are gay.
Yeah, they gotta take it.
Yeah, they can't just be twisting your locks. That's not their job no more.
Not anymore.
Mm-mm.
The Lord delivered me. Why should I be bound? If that's right. Thank you. By the way, that's my blood sister. I know I'll be telling everybody that that's my sister. That's my sister. Margaret is my blood sister. She knows all the embarrassing stories and where all the bodies are buried.
Well, that's who need to be coming on. What are we talking about?
We don't.
Hey, when we have a tea party, you're invited.
Don't you bring no bullshit in here. Don't you bring no bullshit in here. Don't.
Hey, Jeanette. Hey, cupcakes. Hey, dog. Oh my God, my family is here. All right. Well, tonight we have an amazing show planned for you. And that's right. We're talking about leave my back alone. I'm so tired of people trying to come for the big backs. Yes, my back is big and beautiful.
Any kind of rolls or bones. Y'all just got to say something.
Right. Absolutely. Leave my back alone. Focus on, take 6 months for you to keep your back where you want it. And then another 6 months to allow me to do with my back with what I will do with my back. But Janera, this week we do have our class and our ass of the week. Now, I agree with Margaret. She says only a dog wants a bone. Tell them, sis.
Well, I know a lot of dogs that like to bone. So whether it's theirs or somebody else's, okay? That's another show. That's another one.
All right. Absolutely. All right. Our class of the week this week is none other than... It's all you, Manon.
So this is Jessamine Stanley. Do you see this beautiful photo?
I do.
It is extremely gorgeous. So, for those of y'all who do not know who she is a yoga extraordinaire from the East Coast, y'all. When I was getting my life back together again, some years ago, I started looking up Black yoga instructors because this was during COVID, and I wanted to find somebody online that can talk to me who looks like me and can be encouraging and inspirational. And I fell in love with this person. Okay. She is a plus size yoga instructor. And she has no shame in her game. Please look her up, watch her videos. The things that she can do with her mind and body is just beautiful. And so I wanted to honor her this week when we're talking about, acknowledging health and fitness, but you can still be healthy and fully thick, okay? And do the things. So I don't want to hear all of y'all who have a hard time getting on the floor saying you can't get down there. Get on down there, take your time, use a chair if you need to every now and then. But I'm telling you, if you work at it, you can hit this pose.
And I want to be clear, like I've gotten stiff over the past 2 years, but typically during my life as a big back, I've been pretty flexible and agile
That's
as a
what he
big back.
said.
You
That's what he
know,
said.
um,
Hmm.
that's what he told you. That's what
Yeah,
he
that's what he
told
told
me.
me. But I came back with round 2 because of the flexibility. That's what he
That's
said.
your hey, but that's sort of that's where it was. Um, but yeah, I learned that you can be plus size, full figure, and healthy.
Yes.
It becomes unhealthy when we sit and we're not active. You can be active as well. So I'm saying,
Yeah.
and I'm with Nika. Nika says people are always concerned about my body size. My response is I'd rather be a has been than a than a not at all. Baby, I used to give body. So leave me alone. Absolutely. Absolutely. Back in the day, I was fine as the. It ain't been 5 minutes yet, so I don't want to cuss too. But I was fine as the hell back in the day. But I really wanted to say that F word. That throw of the
I
F word.
understand.
Yes.
Just hold on. Just hold on to it.
Right.
Maybe on the Patreon, you can drop a few of them.
A few F bombs on Patreon.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Right. Absolutely. I'm comfortable with who I am. Yeah, so being comfortable a lot of times makes other people uncomfortable. It exacerbates their uncomfortability. But I'm definitely comfortable. Now, our ass of the week. Our ass of the week, kind of changing topics just slightly, but our ass of the week is a company. Eben New York. Eben New York. Okay.
Such a gorgeous photo.
Now, this is the photo that they use to advertise their products. We noticed that there are what? Different colors of women of
brown.
color. Beautiful black women. You see some natural hair up there, some straight hair up there. But this is a Korean-owned company.
What?
Who has intentionally starved out black hair stores, black-owned hair stores. So they have been caught allegedly. Go ahead and put the alleged sign up. Kwame, can we do that? Yeah, he got one of those.
Can we do that? You so respectful.
Right. I don't, right. They have allegedly been caught starving out black-owned hair supplies, but they market specifically to black consumers, right? Okay. They were also exposed for their treatment of their black employee. And I didn't mean employees, their black employee, right? And so see, this is why we need to support black owned. This is why we got to get on this. I was listening to something on my YouTube, and I'm going to get to this in a second. I'm going to need you to read it because I can already tell my hooked on phonics is not working tonight. Can you see it, sis?
Yes, I can see it.
I was looking on YouTube, and everybody's talking about Tabitha Brown is a witch. She's this, she's that. And so they're trying to boycott her products. But then you go support this. People who intentionally support the destruction of your community. Wake up, people. Wake up, people. Can you just read this a little bit? And then we got a little video.
Absolutely. So everyday beauty is now. At Eben New York, we believe in the everyday beauty. Since our founding in 2004, Eben New York has risen and become a leading brand in the beauty industry. We are reinventing the beauty industry to unveil our everyday beauty. At the heart of our brand, we believe everyone should have the creative freedom to express one's beauty, and it should be accessible for all. We are constantly evolving and discovering new beauty innovations to lead the trend and surpass expectations at every turn. We are committed to inspiring and celebrating our authentic self so that you can also find the beauty in every day.
That sounds great, don't it?
It sounds really good. They have a really good PR person.
Yeah. They definitely.
Hopefully, they pay them a lot.
AI wrote the hell out of that. You feel me?
A little chat GPT.
Right. But they don't so they do this to get our money, but they really don't
Yeah.
support our forward movement, right? Can you just play a little bit of that video for us, Kwame?
Story time of me working for Evan, New York as the only black person in corporate. Honestly, y'all, it took a lot out of me to even make this video. It's been 3 months since I left the job. They actually fired me. Wrongful termination, but we'll get to that. It has just been a very long journey. Ebon, New York is a very popular beauty brand. They are very known for their 24-hour edge controls. I'll put it right here. And they're also very known for their wig sprays. So hairstylists, listen up, because a lot of you, even if you're not a hairstylist, if you're a black woman, black people in general, listen up, because I was treated so horribly, guys. Like, I would go to the bathroom every day at work and cry. It was to the point where I just couldn't take it anymore. That's how bad it was. So I initially seen a job posting on LinkedIn for being their content creator, basically like the face of the brand. Just do like a quick couple of videos for them. So um, the HR lady, the company's very small. If that, like, the company is like 80 people, whatever. So there was only one HR person at the time. And this lady, she reached out to me on LinkedIn and she was like, "Oh, can you come in for an interview? Like, we would love to talk to you." So I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I go in there and she's just like telling me all about the brand. And I realized that she kept saying, like, "Oh, we're trying to make it more diverse in the office. We're trying to make it," she just kept saying that, "We're just trying to make it more diverse in the office." So I'm just looking around and I'm like, well, there are a lot of Korean people. How are you guys doing this? Like, what do you mean? There's no black people at all? So she's showing me, like, oh, they have like in-house beauty hairstylers, nail techs, lash techs, whatever, and they test out the products. They're not on a corporate side though. I didn't know this. I'm just thinking like, oh, okay, so I see some black women in the office, cool. So I'm looking around. It's just nothing but Korean people. That still didn't bother me because I still seen like some black women in the office. So I'm like, cool, it doesn't matter. So she seen my resume and she was like, "How do you feel about actually working full time as a marketer, social media marketer?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, that's fine. Like, I could come into the office every day and, do marketing. That's what I went to school for, communications and marketing." So I took on a job, and the first day that I went to work, they were just basically showing me how to do stuff, what websites they use, and things like that. So I'm already ready to make my first video, post it on TikTok, Instagram, whatever. Wow. I edited this video and I posted it right before I left. And I noticed that it was going viral within 3 hours. Like, as soon as I posted it, it was going up. So I'm like, I'm getting excited because I'm like, oh, this is my first day and I'm already, showing off, like doing my job. And I was looking at it all night. That's how excited I was. I kept scrolling, going on their page and looking at the video, like, I'm doing my big one. It was around 8 p.m. that I realized that the video was deleted. So I'm like, what's going on? I
Right. Okay. Now I'm gonna help her out because she was telling the story, but sometimes when preachers really get in their thing, they start taking too long, and we ain't got but an hour to be up here.
Bullet point, Pastor.
Yeah, we
Bullet
ain't got
point.
but an hour. This is your
Mm-hmm.
third conclusion, baby. So what
Mm-hmm.
ended up happening? What ended up happening to her was, they pulled the video down because there were a few negative comments. But they told her there were too many negative comments. But there were a few negative comments, and then they started micromanaging everything she did, trying to learn how she was able to make that video go viral. And you want to know why they wanted to learn her technique? So they could fire her.
Yep.
Okay.
Duplicated without her.
Absolutely. So Eben, New York, you are the ass of the week because you are exploiting the black community. Now, I would love to come and do a show because this led me down a rabbit hole. I would love to do a show on how the Korean, the Korean community actually profits and gatekeeps the hair industry all
Oh yeah.
together. And they intentionally market to us, but intentionally keep us out. But that's a
Yeah.
whole nother show. I don't want to get down that rabbit hole because you already know that's a soapbox I can get on and sit on till Jesus comes.
Yeah. And it's so one, I appreciate that photo because
Mhm.
it does show the different body types and the
Yeah.
different skin tones
Yeah.
of
We're
women of
beautiful.
color. It's a very beautiful advertisement.
Mhm.
But I can honestly say that there's so many of us that sit in rooms with individuals and we think it's our big break, right? We
Mhm.
think this is the opportunity for my gifts and my skills and just my person to be utilized in a way that is positive and uplifting, and I get to be utilized to the fullest of my capacity and be
Mhm.
compensated fairly, right?
Yeah.
um and then it's that big letdown and we are reminded that the world moves on without us the minute it decides to. And
Mhm.
so, it's really important for us, especially those of us who are young and coming up in
Yeah.
this business, and we don't have the
Yeah.
same type of community as our parents or their parents
Mhm.
had, right?
Mhm.
We are moving in spaces where we don't have protection, because that's what
You're right.
happens when you start to cross industries and you start to cross cultures,
Mhm.
and you're working your way up a ladder. You're moving in spaces where you don't have that covering and that protection, and maybe you might
Mhm.
be the only one that looks like you in the room, or maybe it's only three of y'all and y'all competing for the same
All facts.
accolades or position.
Mhm.
It's important that you remember that you walked in that door by yourself, and you can walk out that door by yourself, and you can create something for yourself
Right.
at any time. And I think
Absolutely.
that for me, um, and it wasn't anyone that did not look like me. It was actually people that looked like me. I was
Mhm.
sitting in the room and creating programs with them, and I'm spewing all of this raw energy,
Mhm.
and creating these beautiful programs with the best intentions, and they ran off without me. And
Mm.
I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna pay rent. But you getting
Mhm.
paid off my thoughts. You getting paid off of
Mhm.
my creation, right?
Intellectual property. Yeah.
Yes. And so it's important that we make sure that we learn the business of what we
Mm.
intend to do,
Woo!
and we learn how to protect ourselves,
You preach that
and
thing.
do your research. Do your research.
Mhm.
Um and that's for anybody doing anything with anyone. You want to make sure that you and your family are always covered.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I just want to address something because Dr. Hope made a very good comment earlier. He said how much the black stores selling their products for versus Eben, right? And here's where I try to have a logical balance because we all out here trying to make it. And I'm not even going to sit up here and tell you if something is $5 and something black owned is $25 and it's the same product and does the same thing. I can't tell you that it's always practical for you to spend that extra money. But sometimes, for myself, I know I go ahead and get that black owned product, even though it might be more expensive, just so I can do my part to try to keep the dollar circulating in our community. As it stands right now, because we don't have production companies, and by production companies, I'm not talking about
Right.
music. I'm not talking about your uncle over there that produced the track that's on the soundtrack. I'm talking about companies that actually produce products for people to consume because we don't have that hierarchy and that line,
Yeah.
at some
We
point.
don't run any industry.
Right. At some point, we've got to get out of our community. But as long as
Mhm.
as long as we can, I try to stay within our community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And any of us who are looking to be innovative in any way, we
Hmm.
know the additional cost that it requires for us to be able to create anything, and the additional people we got to pay just to get in the
Yeah.
room, right?
Yeah.
We know what that is. We know
Yeah.
that we are all struggling in a way. And let me not make it so generalized, but we know that we are all coming from a space where we are having to build our way up when it comes
Hmm.
to wealth and equity, right?
Right. Right.
And so if we understand that all our boats came over together, right? Um, then we
Mine
can
was late.
also, right? I'm sure it was actually, because you missed the whole shebang, okay? Um, So we can always understand and be empathetic to a person who is trying to create something for themselves and their family, because we know the cost. That's the thing. And I'm not talking about that cost once it hits the store. We know the cost before it even hit the store.
Behind the scene.
We know the sacrifice that it took. We know that it took that person getting off of their day job, making less than nothing, going home and trying to take care of house and home, then to stay up a little bit later just to learn something and put something into practice, right? We know the cost, because we don't get the parents who giving us $25,000 in seed money or $1 million just to start our first investment. We don't have any of that. So if that person is charging $25 for that edge control and it's Black owned, I'm gonna spend that because I know the cost. And I want the same thing.
That was a word, Manon. I felt like you prophesied that. Real quick, we're gonna take just a peek. Just a peek. So we got a question for you. Have you ever seen a social media influencer that kind of got popular talking about body positivity and then they lost weight? So New York Times asked the question. New York Times asked the question. Can you put that article up for me, bro? Or did I jump? Did I skip? They promoted they promoted body positivity, then they lost weight. Do plus size influencers owe their followers an explanation when their body changes?
Walter, I want people to stop thinking that people owe people anything, especially when we know each other via internet. I don't even know you. Do you know my address? Do you know the kind of toilet paper I use to wipe my ass? You don't know me and I don't know you. So there is no owing anything. Now, if you decide to follow my experience, then you're signing on to whatever bullshit I give you. Reality. And I feel like we really have to start being very clear about these things. You don't owe anybody anything because we don't have a personal relationship at all. Right? And so so that whole idea of, we need to get out to the birds. Stop, everybody. Stop. Now, when it comes to someone having promoting body positivity, I can say that I love myself right now, but I know I need to work on some things for my health and fitness and my own vision for myself.
Right.
I can say that I love all these rolls on my back. I love these stretch marks across my stomach. But you know what? It's hard for me to fucking breathe. So I'm going to do something about it because I love myself so much. And I'm going to go through this process and become a better version of myself. Not because I feel like I am ugly or I feel like I am less than or because I feel like I'm not worthy of anything. It just means that I'm going to prioritize my health, fitness, and my overall goals. Now, you can either join me in that or you can unfollow me, but I owe you nothing.
So the reason why I like what you're saying, and I totally agree with it, by the way, is, I love me today and I'm going to love me tomorrow. But like you said, there's some goals and some aspirations that I do have, both personally, professionally, in the realm of my education, in the realm of my family. There's some goals. And so there's some progress that I want to make. And it's not to say that, when I do change, I don't like when they lose weight and then all of a sudden they start talking about they hate fat people and now they going, now they just anti-fat. Like, hold on, brother. Just a cheeseburger ago, you was over here with us. Cut it out. Just because you skipped a meal and lost 5 pounds, don't.
Your entertainment budget was awful. Don't.
Right. Or when they lose weight and then become an asshole. I don't like that. But
I met those for sure.
But if it was for the best, that you don't, like you say, you don't owe anybody an explanation as to why you did or do what you do, because as Dr. Holt said, they may have lost weight for health reasons. They don't owe you
or bigger goals in life. And if you want to go zip lining, because that's a goal of yours. I love to zip line. There's a weight limit.
Right.
If you want to go jump out of a plane, there's a weight limit.
There is. I was gonna say I want a parachute one. Well, that may never happen, but I want a parachute one day. And
day.
there is a weight limit, and I'm definitely beyond that.
There is a dress that I want to get into and have a specific silhouette. It ain't got nothing to do with Becky 6982
Right.
that's having a problem because she thought we was in the same boat. We may not have the same goals and values, ma'am,
Right.
but I hope that you
Absolutely.
love yourself just the same way that I love myself.
Absolutely.
And I love myself enough to reach my goals. And hopefully I can help you establish some of your own.
Absolutely. So I love this all the way. The thing is, back to our title, leave my back the hell alone. Right. I feel like they don't owe anyone an explanation on why they lost weight. If that is a concern of yours, that should be inspiration that a plus size person that you look up to took the time to get their body together. And I'm going to say, because my hooked on finance is kicking in, sis. All right. Absolutely. That's
right. Try new position. Look.
Ooh,
look, because I'm gonna tell y'all, and I love that you said that. And we might have to dive into this on Patreon.
Yeah,
so we don't get in trouble. But like, you know,
so far we can be on bulleted flight because I only counted one bad word.
like we go through these we go through our little book and stuff, and we like, what you want to do, what you want to try. Hey, I can't get my leg up like that, you know. If I put my leg that way, my meat gonna be, and when I say my meat, I mean my thighs, you know, not y'all's man meat. My girl meat is my thighs. My thighs gonna be up in the way, and we ain't gonna be able to do what we need to do, right? So I need to
might not be able to breathe.
I need to get these thighs out the way because I want her to breathe. Amen. Bless his name. So we got to get these thighs out the way, you know. And so leave people alone.
Absolutely.
And now, really what it is she made a healthy choice.
Right.
And she made progress towards something that most of her followers never fathomed for themselves.
Mm-hmm. Again, when you're comfortable, you make other people uncomfortable. We do have to take a commercial break real quick. So Kwame's going to take us away. Don't forget, don't just watch the commercials, but actually go and patronize these businesses. Go ahead and take us away. And when we come back, we're going to talk further more about leaving this whole body shaming idea. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. You can go to commercial. Let it go.
Elevate your entertainment with Watch Vim. Discover the ultimate online streaming destination. Get an auto-renewing monthly subscription for unlimited content on all devices. Join us in supporting a Black-owned streaming platform that brings top-tier entertainment. Let the streaming excitement begin at Watch Vim, your seamless experience for endless entertainment. Stream online or download the Watch Vim app now.
Step away from the chaos and noise of your daily life. Experience moments for yourself that are calm, serene, and full of peace. A necessary respite to foster growth within you, because self-care should be luxurious. Luxe Noir.
Are you ready for enlightening conversations that transcend boundaries? Get ready for Conversations with Clergy, brought to you by the HIV Vaccine Trials Network. In partnership with the world's largest publicly funded international collaboration, the HVTN is dedicated to evaluating vaccines to prevent HIV and COVID-19. But their impact doesn't stop there. The HVTN is at the forefront of advancing vaccinology, social and behavioral sciences, statistics, immunology, and even contributing to the research on tuberculosis and COVID-19 vaccines. By supporting Conversations with Clergy, the HVTN not only brings you thought-provoking discussions, but also contributes to the global effort to combat infectious diseases. Tune in, stay informed, and be a part of the change. Conversations with Clergy, supported by the HVTN, empowering conversations, empowering lives. Join us in this journey of knowledge, understanding, and progress. Conversations with Clergy, proudly brought to you by the HIV Vaccine Trials Network, because together we can make a difference.
Know that you can now catch the electrifying sounds of Bullet and Flight Radio anywhere you go? Yes, you heard it right. Tune in to the high-flying beats and soaring melodies by downloading the TuneIn app on your mobile device. Just search for Bullet and Flight Radio and hit play. It's that easy. And if you have a smart device like Alexa or Google, just say, "Hey Google," or "Alexa, play Bullet and Flight Radio on TuneIn." Experience the rush of adrenaline wherever you are. Listen to Bullet and Flight Radio on TuneIn using your Alexa or Google devices. Soaring through the skies has never sounded this good. Don't miss out on the ultimate musical journey. Tune in now to Bullet and Flight Radio on TuneIn and let the music take you on an unforgettable ride. Get ready to elevate your listening experience. Brought to you by Bullet and Flight Radio.
I love that music, girl.
Every time.
Every time it does something to me. Oh, Lord.
Well, let me say something, because while we was on break, I got madder. Okay. I got madder. Because here's the thing. As a people, we are so critical about every single thing. Now, we don't want it on us, right? Don't turn the critiques on us, right? But we give it without even a second thought.
Absolutely.
Okay. And so when I think of the influencer who lost all the weight, you never know what she may have experienced that caused her to make the choice to do that weight loss journey. Okay. And so instead of everybody demanding an explanation, how about you check on your sis and make sure it was her idea? How about you check on your sis and make sure that she is okay in the decision that she made?
So what you're saying is amazing. So I call him my fellow biggies. It's a guy I know. He sings down, girl. I mean, amazing. If I knew we were going to take this turn with the conversation, I would have got permission to call his name. He sings down. He's about 6'2". Yes, I was checking him out. Judge me or not. I do not give a F.
Judging if you want to climb that or not.
Right. But now he got sick a while ago and he lost a lot of weight. And so he and I were talking, as I do, backstage sometime. We were singing at the same place. And so he and I were talking. And I was like, what did you do to lose all that weight? Because, I mean, it just fell off. It was like we were singing someplace and he was bigger. And then like maybe 6 months later, we crossed paths and he was like thin. And, I'm like, what did you do to lose all that weight? And he said, bro, I was sick and I was in the hospital for X amount of days. And I don't want Kwame to think I'm cheating. he said I was in the hospital for X amount of days, and you know, he was in and out of the hospital after that. So he came when we talked about him losing weight, and so he said people often would accuse him of having the surgery, and he said, I wish I had the surgery. You know, that's how bad he felt. He said, I wish I lost weight from the surgery, but no, I just was sick. And so after he got well, instead of just reverting to the old habits, he decided to go ahead and continue on a health journey. And, you know, so you never know why these people made these changes in their life. Well, the things are the things tonight.
Yeah, come on. This is a good little lead in.
Yeah, God.
Come on.
Yeah, God. Yeah, God.
So, Walter.
Yes.
So, you know, we were sitting back and we were having a conversation, and we were trying to decide what we were going to discuss this week.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Walter, it's hot, and people that are wanting to live their lives are gonna be outside. But so are the ignorant people that don't like people to live their lives. They are also going to be outside. So we needed to have an important conversation. This whole body shaming are the buzzwords that is being used now, right? The body shaming. But in all actuality, this is just people that have been brought up in a culture where they feel like it is their duty, their responsibility, and even their entertainment to blast people because others have a body type that they either don't like, don't agree with, are not attracted to, and or are ashamed of.
Right.
So whether you are thin or you are fluffy, I want you to be able to come outside and live your best life and live it in peace. That's why we're having this conversation tonight.
Absolutely. To your level of comfortability, right? So to me, that X goes, the pendulum, that I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. We're going to stay sophisticated tonight. The pendulum in there is, you know, everybody may not feel like you may be big and feel comfortable walking outside with your shirt. That's fine. But it doesn't mean I hate me because I want to keep a shirt on. You know, I think that pendulum goes both ways. Sometimes we try to make people do what we're comfortable with doing, and they're just not comfortable doing that.
Yeah. And the thing is that, you know, you have people who are legitimately uncomfortable with their bodies.
Absolutely, Nika.
They are. You have individuals that are on the fluffy side, and they wish they can get themselves to a space where they can go on a weight loss journey.
Yeah.
And you have those that are thin, and they've been trying to eat all the burgers and drink all the chocolate milk they can their whole lives. They have kid after kid after kid after kid, and still the genetics plays against them, right? And so, you know, but they have to exist in a world that is theirs as well, right? No matter what is going on in your reality. And so when I think about people going outside and just being able to have a good day,
right,
being able to take care of their business, being able to just go and sit down and enjoy a meal, and people not looking at them like they shouldn't even be eating anything, or give her all the fries, you know, like just people not just having an opinion about someone else just being out in public.
I think Nika brings up an amazing point. It's generational. It is really generational. You know, we were taught, especially in our community, the Black community, those of us who are Black like this and not like this. I got that from Funky Donita. Shout out. Those of us who are Black, we're definitely taught, who wants to be fat? Nobody wants to be fat. You're not really happy. I've had people give me
This is true.
These pep talks, like whenever I start a weight loss journey, they start talking all this depression stuff, and I'm like, no, I'm really not depressed. My last fitness coach, I took him in my inbox because I'm like, you're gonna stop this. I took him in my inbox. Now, I didn't let him messages, but I let him read a few of them just so he could see, like, pulling, even with my crooked ass face, pulling is not it's not a difficulty for me. People will get in my inbox, and I got nudes, I got feet, I got chest, I got all of that in my inbox, and it's not all from guys. And again, this isn't me soliciting. These are people just randomly sending me stuff.
You said flood tonight. You want to flood tonight?
I'm okay. Whosoever will, let them come. But so it's not a self-esteem thing for me in that way. It's not, it's not I gotta lose weight so I feel good about myself. It's I need to lose weight. For me, it's more of a health thing. My daughter's 15. I prayerfully want to be around when she has her children. My father died at 47. I'm 41. I hope to outlive him, but I got to get serious about that. You feel me? So if I pop up on this motherfucker, excuse my language, it's been 5 minutes, but if I pop up on this so-and-so skinny, don't judge me. Again, I got goals and shit I want to reach.
Yeah. And here's the thing, and I like how you said that everybody isn't losing weight because they're depressed.
Right.
But everybody is not maintaining their weight because they don't care.
Right.
There are so many experiences that people have that contributes to them being the size that they are. Whether it is genetics, whether it is mental wellness space that they are in, whether it is just lifestyle choices. That there are so many people that do not have access to healthy foods. They do not have access. They have to drive for miles just to get to a store that provides healthy foods for them. And we know, well, let me not say we know, let me not assume, some of us understand that a lot of the foods that we have access to on a day-to-day basis out of convenience
it's not healthy.
Have all kind of shit pumped into it just so we can be overweight and maintain unhealthy weight. Right? And so if we as a people can be more informed and understanding and supportive, I think that as a people, it doesn't matter how old you are, what generation you're born into, you can start to see people heal from the inside out, which is what needs to happen.
Absolutely. And the for me, because now I tend to attract confident big people. And I want to say this. Since y'all got such a problem with bigger people and bigger women, especially black women, y'all got a problem with bigger black women, give them their attitude and they swag back. I'm going to say that. I've got to say that.
Quit trying to walk with these hips when you don't have these hips.
You want all that ass and all that titty, but you don't want no gut. Because let's be honest, there's nothing like a thick sister. There is nothing like a thick sister. Get that ass back, to get them titties back, give that attitude back. It's just a thing, and it's just being real. Me being real and in those things. And again, so I tend to attract confident big women. So sometimes when I'm talking about as friends, by the way, when I entertain and get involved with people and I can see an insecurity there in that area, so a lot of times I feel like it's my job to help assure them in that area, and it ain't about me trying to get none and us trying to link and us trying to this, but it's just, and me assuring you isn't always me just overtly saying, oh my God, you're beautiful. No, that's not. My assurity is, girl, What happened to that dress you wore? Oh, I didn't want to put it on because my gut. So then I make it a point when we go out. Now you see her stomach. This bitch stomach bigger than yours, and she out here. And
She wearing that mug.
Right. Don't give one hot fuck who is judging her.
And I love that you said that, Walter, because that's something that I struggle with as my weight fluctuates. And I always talk about, I got a little girl side of the closet and I got a big girl side of the closet.
Period.
Okay. Now I have not been, we're gonna talk about this. I don't care about y'all. Say what you want to.
Right.
I have never been over 260, but I'm 5'4". So 260 on me. That's a lot, right? Yeah. I got a lot to lift these legs. It's a lot of work. Okay. I mean, she does the work anyway. She lift them anyway. So,
shout out to you.
So thank you. I found it. Okay. So, but it's a lot of work. And so, there are often times when I didn't want to go outside and I didn't want to go to the beach. I didn't want to take that boat trip. I wasn't going to buy that swimsuit that year. For what? And I needed to look at a fellow big brown skinned girl.
Yes.
Who felt confident, who was swinging them hips, right? Who was wearing that belly with no girdle. And she was doing her thing and looking good. Yeah. And it helped me to find the confidence in myself to say, you know what? I worked for all of this. And when I say all of this, I mean, I work to be here, present in my life today with all of the shit that I've experienced. So it don't matter if I'm 260 pounds or if I'm 195, I work for this. And so, for all of us who are out here, it's important for us to encourage one another because it takes a lot to go to sleep and wake up. Yeah. And then to go outside. Yeah. And all of us can relate to the reality that sometimes we don't want to get up and keep moving. Period. We don't want to get up and keep pushing on. We don't care who is dependent on us because life can be just that hard. So let that girl have that burrito. Let old boy breathe as hard as he needs to in the movie theater because at least he's sitting in the movie theater. He's not sitting at home.
Come on, yeah.
Let them do the things. Oh, girl, don't be trying to give her extra burgers. It's okay that she's skinny. It's all right. She can't do nothing about that. And so we have to allow each other to just be because it's hard to do that. It's hard for anybody to do that. So we need to encourage each other and stop tearing each other down.
Let me eat my pork chop. I like that. Yeah.
You want the gravy on it?
Nika, I didn't know you were 5'4". I didn't know you were 5'4" either, Manal. I must not be as tall as I think I am because
Walter, didn't you go to the doctor? Don't you get your height?
Yeah, but I'm like Amanda Seals. I self-diagnose myself because these doctors will tell you anything, okay?
But it's a ruler though, Walter. Like it's a ruler. This is a metric system. It's like set.
I want to be 6 foot. I don't care what they're telling me. My energy is giving 6 foot.
Like I tell I'm like, you got that big dick energy, girl.
Right.
You know.
Now, so today, the purpose of today's show, of course, is shout out to all of you who do have confidence, but there are a lot of people who don't have the confidence. They don't have the confidence. And now this isn't us just saying everybody just go out and live unhealthy and do whatever. That's not what we're saying. No. But we are saying accept you where you are because you only have one life to live. And sis, I know people who have been on a diet since 1994. And they are clear, for real, they are clear until they're almost 70 years old, still on a diet. And I'm like, you have missed out on so much of life, hating yourself and not accepting the beautiful person that you are. Like people, my friend Daryl Walter, I'm glad he made a comment. My friend Daryl Walter, his swag is so contagious, right? People thinner than him will be intimidated by him. And if he's so caught on self-hate and not accepting himself, he'll miss that and start hating on himself. You feel me? Because he can't accept his beauty and his whatever. Shots fired. Shots fired, Daryl.
Yeah. And it's a thing, like if you are actually sitting with yourself and working on accepting yourself,
Right.
then you know how difficult and challenging it is for
Right.
someone to accept themselves. And how dare you take that away from a person just by typing on some keys somewhere,
Right.
or by being out and recording somebody who didn't ask to be recorded just so you can post it and get some laughs.
Yeah.
How dare you take that away from somebody?
Girl, I'm on somebody's social media, so this is what happened. True story, and we gotta wrap it up here. True story. I was on the treadmill. Now, I'm a big dude, so I'm not going to be running on no treadmill. I'm not. It's just not going to happen. I'm not going to be walking too fast on the treadmill. Why?
Me either.
I'm a big dude. So I had the treadmill. I had the treadmill on the highest incline it would go, and I was only going like 2 miles an hour. That is very slow. Do not judge me. I was working out. And
no judgment here.
They filmed the hell out of me, girl, and they posted that video, and oh my God, them comments was wearing me out. But then there were those in the comment section, at least he's doing something.
Yeah.
At least he, is out here trying to get to where he needs to be. There were those comments. But girl, I ain't gonna lie, I had to get on there and laugh at myself. I was like, yeah, it do look like I'm warming up, for the next meal.
I can't. Look, the thing though, Walter, is, it doesn't matter what size you are. It what matters is are you happy with who you are? Are you happy with how you look? Are you happy with the way that your body can move? Are you actually living the life that you want to live based off of the size that you are? And if you sit with yourself and you say, you know what, I am not living my best life. There are things that I absolutely want to do. There are places I want to go. There are people that I want to involve in my life. And I have to go ahead and make some necessary changes in the way that I eat, in my activity, and the people that I have around me also. I have some friends. It's like we always go out to eat. And now I'm like, look, we got to eat, but then we got to go for a walk.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah.
The way my hips are set up, and I can't get these pants up, I'm not about to spend no more money. I'm not spending no more money on clothes just because I'm outgrowing. I'm too grown to be outgrowing clothes. Look, I'm not gonna spend no more money. So let's work as a team now, sis. If you want to come out, we can hang out, we can eat, but let's also go for a walk. And so, it's important that I make the decisions in my life. And it's not because somebody is telling me I'm too fat. It ain't because somebody telling me, I'm too thick or I'm not thick enough or whatever the case may be. These are choices that I'm making because I have a life that I want to live. And I'm more willing to invite people in to support me, and even more willing to kick people out if you got shit to say that is not productive.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we do thank you all for tuning in. Daryl, the video has been removed. My friends didn't like it, and they all went and flagged the video. I told them it wasn't a problem for me, but they all went and flagged the video, and the video has since been removed. But we definitely want you all to tune in. We're going to further this conversation. Of course, we're going to talk about some of the adultness involving this conversation in Patreon. So you definitely want to tune in tomorrow night in Patreon. Because we got to talk about sex as a plus size person.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you all next week right here on Pyro Media.
Thank you for watching Pyro Media Network. For more information, please visit pyromedianetwork.com.